Daniel 12. And at that time shall Michael stand, the great prince, who stands for the band of your people, and there shall be a time of trouble such to see, as never was since nation came, even to that same time of fame. And at that time your folk shall be delivered, every one to be found written in the book to see. And many of those in the dust of the earth that sleep will be first to wake up, some to life eternal, and some to shame, contempt infernal. And those who are wise then shall shine as brightness of the firmament, and those who turn many to climb of righteousness like the stars sent, for ever and for ever meant. But you, O Daniel, close the word, and seal the book to the time stirred of the end, till men run about, and knowledge multiply to shout. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood two others, the one rolled on this side of the river bank, the other on the side that sank of the river. And one spoke to the man clothed in the linen hue, who was upon the river dew, how long to the end of this crew? The prophecies of time have ended now. I look about the shifting and the slough, and see a world grown old in wickedness. I do not have to squint my eyes or guess. I see the time of trouble flinging past, and spreading like a cancer at the mast. I see the flight of refugee and post, of army and civilians from the coast, across the continent to set a flag, to fallen Babylon, the withered hag. Beloved, I see and hear and know your train comes with the shining stars to fill the plain, with justice as the guided one appears, allaying pain of righteous ones and tears. I heard the linen-clothed man say, who was on river waters' sway, when he held up his right hand and his left hand to the sky on strand, and swore by him that ever lives, that it shall be a year in sieves, and 2 years and a half, and when he shall have finished upon men the scattering of the holy crowd, all these things shall be finished loud. And I heard, but I did not know what it meant. Then I said once low, O sir, what's the end of this show? And he said, go your way, Daniel, for the words are closed up a spell, and sealed till the end time as well. Many shall be made clean and white and tried, but the wicked in sight shall do evil, and none of them. For evil shall know aught of gem, but the wise ones left in the land, only they'll come to understand. And from the time the daily's taken, an abomination that's shaken, the desolate out in its power shall be 1,000 in that hour, 290 days all. Blessed is the one that waits the call, and comes to the 1,003, 135 days in fee. But you, your way till the end be, for you shall rest and stand your lot, at the end of the days in plot, counting from Umar 634 CE. In 1894 the end appears, to 1260 plotted years. The reputation of the Ottoman died with the rumours of Armenian ban. Add 30 years and 1924 sees the Sultanate shunted from the door. Add 45 years and Jerusalem is open to the hordes that will condemn the world to the last false faith of them all, that tries to rise against your earthen ball. All faiths of all usurpers meet at last, while I stand aside from the motley cast, and pray my lot may be with Daniel now. That judgment looms upon the pallid brow. Counting from Abdul Malik 691 CE, Jerusalem became the caliph's seat, under Abdul Malik, who for a treat built the Dome of the Rock in 91. Of 7th century the time is done, of time and times and half a time when one. In 1951, when Arab hordes entered Jerusalem from Jordan's cords, Jerusalem law made the city where the title of the capital and fair. After 1980 the prophet followed, saw how the city wavered and it wallowed, until the last date comes when it shall be, in year 2026, freely, capital city for eternity, counting from the rise of Islam 612 CE. Fact is, I'm not the first to train my eye on this grand scheme of prophecy on sly. Adam Clarke, that great scholar name and guy, read this to end in 1947. What happened then on earth, if not in heaven? United Nations approved the partition of Palestine to give the Jews sedition, the possibility of legal fate. That opened the way for the Jewish state, the capital to be born in the great city Jerusalem, and raise the hope of many that the rulership of Pope and Caesar would turn to your kingdom's rate. Clarke got it right and tied it up with rope. Beloved, I simply don't believe you gave a date when earth would become bold and brave. Though human freedom is illusion's store, you yourself don't determine history's score. The pleading of the prophet is not doom, but liberation giving humans room. We can rise to the prophecy and take your decalogue as rule of thumb and make your world a world of justice and a realm where peace, prosperity is at the helm. We can do it in 2026, but it would be no sleight of hand or tricks to do the thing today and do it now. At least I take your law's word as I bow. Thousands have played with numbers on the count of Daniel's and the Revelation's mount, and erred to find the date of this or that. I'm one of those if I sit where I've sat. I do not fool myself to think the world will last to 2026 unfurled. I wait you and your judgment day each week, as Sabbath starts where the first stars come peak, and even that's presumption that I seek, to live a moment here beyond this breath, that may be the last one before my death. Beloved, I joy in judgment day today, and find the future has no time nor ray, and all the numbers file and fade away before the boast of your grand roundelay.